Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Anime Podcasters. I'm your host, Elie. Welcome back, everybody. Man, it's been such a long time. We're doing Anime Deaths one more time with my co-host, Jaian and Hotshot. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
It was only a matter of time.
This is like the definition of Uno reverse.
Yeah.
It was only a matter of time before someone took over the podcast. You took it over in such a state where it is no longer the podcast you once knew, Elie. We now have a new assistant in Murel, which you rudely forgot.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, I'm so sorry. Well, hello, Murel. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. It's so nice to finally be here again. Every time I'm here, I talk about anime deaths, so it's nice, you know?
I don't know why.
It brings
but
out the
meme
best
has
in
to
us.
live on. Exactly. Today we have a 3.0 of anime deaths. Exactly. Elie has been resurrected as a guest to come back on the podcast, and we're so happy to have you on. How have you been since NerdCon?
Dude, the choice of words there, resurrected. Yes, I feel resurrected. It's great. Yeah, I just feel great. I mean, Virtual NerdCon went extremely well. Like the Pokemon podcast that we did. Hotshot, what episode was that again?
That was episode, I believe, 90-ish.
Nice.
90.
I love how you know that. Yes, that episode was fantastic. Everyone really enjoyed that. And just,
Great.
Yeah, nerd stuff, Everyone just loved it. So thank you so much for being on there. That was really great.
Oh, thank you for having us. Of course. So yeah, the topic today, Anime Devs 3.0. We have 2 picks each and an honorable mention since there's 4 of us. Does anyone want to break the ice? And before anyone wants to break the ice, actually, I would like to state, we're talking to anime devs here, and we have picks from a bunch of different animes. Devs are spoiler moments. If you are a spoiler-averse person, log off right now. This will be your only warning. Does anyone want to break the ice with the anime devs? I would love to go first if no one wants to, but I always open up the decision making.
Well, then why break the tradition now? You should go first. Keep it up.
All right, sure. I'm so good at that. Okay. Let's be serious here. This anime death, the first one I'm about to go into, is one that's very harsh for me, and it's one that is close to the heart because of how much I love this character. So we're talking History of Trunks movie here. We're talking future Gohan in the Dragon Ball movie History of Trunks. This one is really hard. It's in the future timeline where it's Trunks and Gohan versus the androids absolutely destroying every city, and there's barely any survivors. We come to a point where Trunks and Gohan are going to go together to fight the androids, but future Gohan's like, nah, bro, I'm going to knock you out and I'm going to go do it myself. I'm going to go be a hero. And he gets into an encounter with the 2 androids, and he's basically put down with this barrage of ki blasts, and you can hear his final scream, and it's one of the hardest scenes for me because, first of all, the guy's got one arm and it's 2-on-1, and he's so outmatched the whole time. He kind of like is able to follow them and fight back and forth, but it's done when it's done, Yeah. And it's hard also because in this timeline, got no Piccolo, got no Namekian, got no Dragon Ball. So when you're gone for good, And man, they had this DLC in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and that playing it over really brought back those bad memories. And the one good thing I would say is that it sets up future Trunks to be a badass character. It really gives him a reason to go back to Goku's original timeline and everything, and we get sweet revenge in the end. But the death itself, future Trunks, the history of future Trunks, the movie itself, hard pill to swallow because of this.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I completely agree. Like that was extremely heartbreaking for me, dude. Like I felt sad because like Gohan is one of my favorite characters of all time, especially in Dragon Ball. And in Dragon Ball Z, like I related to him so much, like him being a teenager and just having like a buff dad kind of just like telling you got to work out, you got to get strong, and then like you just wow, it really hit with me. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
For me, my favorite arc in general in Dragon Ball Z is the Future Trunks, and because it sets up my favorite character in Dragon Ball Z, Future Trunks. But watching Gohan's death and just how badly he wasn't beaten in a fight. He was just straight up massacred. And like, it wasn't because of a I'm gonna be a hero moment. It was because he already went into battle once against the androids with Trunks, and Trunks was nowhere near ready for it. And he ended up watching Trunks more than actually fighting the androids. And last time he went in a fight with Trunks, he lost his arm. So he knew that if Trunks went this time, he couldn't fight at full power, or Trunks would die because he wouldn't be able to watch him. And even if he did die, it was mainly to give Trunks, I think at least, it was mainly to give Trunks a mindset to unlock Super Saiyan, because it was out of like pure emotional reaction for when he saw Gohan's dead body.
Yeah. What about you, Murel?
Yeah, that is true. Elie over there and Hotshot, Gohan has always been my favorite ever since Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, and Dragon Ball Super. He definitely has like the capabilities to do more, but in that future timeline that's no longer there. Right. He wasn't able to like have any of that power because that timeline, Goku never came back. So
Goku got killed by the Z.
Yeah, no, but like he never, he never came back. Like no one could.
No, he's out. He's out.
Yes, he's fully out. He's fully out. So that means Goku couldn't train Gohan, and Piccolo wasn't also there because all the Mechanians are dead, right? So, he had his support taken from him to the point where he had to try to be the fighter and stuff like that, right? To actually beat these androids, but he had no one there to help him along the way, train him, and give him the motivation he needed to become the best he can be.
Yeah, it really led down to like the worst timeline, I feel. You know, like a future Trunk is always in the worst timeline himself anyway. So it just like really added to the story, I feel, because that death really brought a beautiful kind of storyline where Goku Black was an intense enemy, and the only way they could actually beat them, spoiler alert, was to delete the entire universe. Like, who would have thought that the only way to beat this villain is to just like delete?
Right.
Control Alt Delete.
Just a full on. Nope, we fucked up. It's gone now.
Literally, yeah.
So that's basically all I had to say personally on this one. Who wants to go next? Because we haven't the predetermined in order here. We're just flying off the handle. We're so fun.
How about Hotshot?
Yeah, okay.
You've been voluntold. You've been voluntold.
I've been voluntold. I have been told, hey, guess what? You're number 2 in this podcast now. All right. Yeah, I'll go. So this is one that I'm pretty sure we talked about in another episode we did with another guest, funny enough. But I don't think we talked about the death itself to a great extent. And that's Hugo from Elita Battle Angel.
Okay.
And
man.
Elie, are you familiar with Elita at all?
Unfortunately not. Like I know about a Battle Angel, but that's pretty much the extent.
I mean, Battle Angel is Elita, but yeah, I know what you mean. So Hugo, so Elita, so given a bit of context here, Elita is a fully robotic person that is brought into world and given consciousness. She's discovering the world, discovering more about herself and her true aspect in life by Dr. Ego. And she ends up falling for a human scavenger named Hugo, who scavenges things. He's a bit of a handyman around the wasteland, stuff like that. And over the course of time, the two of them become very close, and Elita outright says to Hugo that she loves him. And something Hugo has done is just outright horrible. He has been chopping up other robotic people in order to get coin to go to the capital city of Salem. Basically he wants to live the high life and get out of the slums. And it's to the point where he's backstabbed by his employer to where there's a bounty on him, and Elita is one of these things called a Hunter Masters or a Hunter Warrior, and they're basically bounty hunters. Okay. So with every bounty hunter in the underground searching for Hugo, she does the quote-unquote merciful thing and kills him first by slicing his head off to claim the bounty. But She keeps his head alive through a system that she has in herself until his head can be attached to a robotic body. And after it's attached, Hugo decides to climb up the cables leading from Zalem to the underground, basically giant trash chutes, in order to get to Zalem himself. But these chutes are booby-trapped, and as Elita follows him, there's blades that come down and chop off his arms and legs, and he's hanging by a thread while Alita's hanging onto him, until eventually the wires and bolts in Hugo's arm, since they aren't very high grade, eventually snap off and he falls to his death.
Like final death.
Like final death. This is the final time he dies.
Oh my
so
god.
The first time he dies is because the woman who loves him chopped his head off to save his life. And then his real death is because she couldn't save him.
No resurrections this time.
No resurrections.
Wow. Okay. Can I say something?
Yeah, go.
On a podcast? Of course.
Weird, right? I'm just going to mime it, actually. You'll have to figure that out. Whoever's editing the video.
I'll deal with it. Darn.
Thanks, dude. Basically, what I'm trying to say is you mentioned just now, Hotshot, that he was selling robot parts to make money to get out of slump. Okay. Now, you said that it was a bad thing. Why is that a bad thing? Did he kill robots in order to sell the parts?
He basically jumped people in the streets and forcibly removed their parts. He didn't kill necessarily, but he did forcefully remove parts of their body.
That's arguably worse.
Yeah.
Like the trauma afterward. I get that like they're robots, but still that's a lot.
Like if someone had a argument that they had like a blade arm or something, he would drug them in the alley and take the blade arm.
Wow.
Like he wouldn't kill, but he would steal, I guess, for lack of a better explanation.
So what you're telling me is in this universe, robots have what's that word where they go sentient? So they have feelings and stuff. So like it's morality bad, like ethically bad to actually do this to robots.
Because they're less robots and more cyborgs. So they are mostly human. The only one that's completely robot is Elita.
Oh, I see.
But it's her gaining humanity and sentience and knowledge throughout her manga and her anime and her movie.
Wow. Okay, so I'm developing the universe in my head. I'm understanding. Wow, this sounds amazing. It's also wow. Like I need to watch more of this because it feels like a cyberpunk kind of future. Am I right to think that?
You really are. It's kind of similar to Trigun in a way. Like if you remember GoProKyo's favorite anime of all time is Trigun. This is my version of that.
So I'm writing this down as the next anime I'm watching.
So unfortunately, Battle Angel is kind of hard to find as an anime. Like you can find on YouTube, just not a very good quality. It does have a live action adaptation movie, which is still really good, and it has a manga that's amazing.
So you said that it's hard to find, right?
Hard to find in decent quality, yeah.
Well,
we did eventually find it.
Then it's a good thing that our sponsor today is Crunch. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
Someday.
One day, Hotshot. Mark this hour. Timestamp this, Murel. We're gonna get a sponsor.
Anyway, I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, a boy can dream. But yeah, absolutely. That anime sounds amazing, and that death sounds heartbreaking too. I love talking about this stuff, but it's just also like it hurts because now that I know this is gonna happen and I'm gonna watch this anime, I feel like I'm gonna dread that moment, but like I feel like it's going to be like a nice like cry afterward. You know,
there's one more step in this death, and this mainly protrudes to the manga more than anything. This portrays how cruel the world can really be to Elita.
Okay, wow, I need to see this now. Okay, wow. Thank you for that.
Of course.
I mean, yes, but also
that's why we bring you here.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like this is a very big part of the show, the passing of Hugo. Like to me, the thing I just want to highlight is like he literally gets torn apart and their bond gets torn apart. That's what marked me the most with his passing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he gets ripped to shreds, Hotshot, and he's kind of like Alita's only real connection. You know, like obviously she has other connections here and there, but the strongest one is his. So it was a dark way to go out. And I felt that one. That's a poignant one you picked.
You'll love it, Eli. It's amazing.
You will.
Oh,
you will love it. Yeah.
the movie, it doesn't does it take place after the anime, or does it like fall before, during?
So
it is
the story of the manga and the anime, but since the manga and anime had longer time to breathe and the movie was just like a one-time thing, they crammed a whole lot of like later edition stuff into it, as well as the core aspect of the story.
I see. Okay.
Like Hugo and Elita's bond in the live action movie is nothing compared to what it is in the anime and the manga.
So what you're telling me, it's a much better adaptation than Death Note from Netflix.
Oh, that's not a high bar, but yes.
Thank you.
Oh my god, like anything's better than that. This podcast episode is better than that.
I mean, aren't all of them?
Yeah. That's a fair point. All right. Let's go to the next person. I'm gonna volunteer someone. I'm gonna volunteer Murel. What is your first pick?
Yeah, it's just a Bishop from the Silver of the Failed Knight. It's just episode 3 of the season, and literally of what happens to him is he does die in the episode, but first he gets his I think it was his left arm. He gets it chopped right off by the protagonist, which is literally like during the whole season. That guy has been a lower level, but he takes down like the biggest baddies, and this one was the first big bad that you actually see. And the way that, and like, who here has seen Chivalry of a Failed Knight?
I have not.
I have not.
I would have thought that Hotshot would have, but
Yeah, it sounds like a Hotshot show for sure.
yeah, it definitely is. It's just basically kind of like what you guys were talking about, like for like powers and stuff like that, right? Everyone has like a power that they have. So like one character can like control water, one can control like basically turn invisible and control the environment around them and make it an illusion that you can actually touch and feel, kind of thing. And
Until the Fire Nation attacked anyway.
Yeah, kind of like that.
The
yes.
memes.
But like the main Bishop, his power is basically just in one hand, it takes in the energy from the person that he's attacking,
Right.
and through the other hand, it shoots it out at them. So basically, he's using your power against you.
Oh, that's so cool.
And
it's
of
like a Smash Bros move.
Yes, it is.
It's a parry.
And of how the whole him getting his arm cut off and death, it all happens basically because he basically has like a crime syndicate under his fingers, and they are in a shopping mall basically just having a bunch of civilians who don't have any powers whatsoever, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And they're basically are like talking to like the cops on the phone or something, right? Asking for demands, and if they don't, they'll kill someone.
Right.
And that's literally just my first pick.
Man, that's intense. That's very intense.
That does sound like one that I'm going to check out, but it's also me. So when I say I'm going to check it out, I really mean in like a year from now.
Hotshot, I really think you could binge this one fast though, because it's a Hotshot show and it's 12 episodes.
Oh, it's only 12.
Yeah.
Oh, we should all watch that.
I repeat, it's me.
No, but also I get it, but like it's the kind of thing where like I've recommended shows. I'm like, oh, you would like this. It's like it's kind of a Hotshot show. Like look at the art, man. This is a Hotshot show. Like this is like your room is covered in these posters, man.
Whoever's editing the video, put screenshots of the anime right here
of Hotshot's room with the posters.
Will do. Will do.
Look, as long as I can find a viable waifu, I'll be fine.
You're gonna put in like a teen girl's like old bedroom there, and he's gonna have like is sitting on his like stomach with his feet up in the air talking to his boyfriend. It's gonna be sick.
Oh my gosh.
I would definitely do that.
What you're telling me is that arm doesn't grow back. Interesting.
No.
Okay. That is okay. That's not kosher at all. I apologize. Well, thank you for that pick. I guess it's my turn then, huh?
Yeah, it's your turn. Go ahead, buddy.
Much like Hugo's arm, it does not come back.
All right, so the thing that I was going to talk about first is Attack on Titan. This is in episode 5. For those of you that don't watch Attack on Titan and don't know what it's about, I'll give a quick little, not summary, but discussion of it. Basically, you are in a world where you are the only humans left, and you surround yourself with walls. So Titans, which are these big naked humans, are just roaming around the entire earth, and you're just there like we're just cattle basically to these monsters that just appeared out of nowhere, and so we're just here trying to survive until they break down the walls and kill us. That's basically it. They develop ways of killing these titans, of course, with like Spider-Man moves, basically. But it's a really cool anime. I highly recommend it to anybody, but there is a gore warning to anybody because it is extremely, extremely gory. Even in the first episode, you see them. This isn't a spoiler, obviously. If you just watch the first episode, it doesn't spoil much, but Titans break into their basically ranch, their human ranch, and just like kill a whole bunch of people. So it is very intense, but it is like an origin story for one of the greatest just anime characters of all time, Eren Yeager. Now, of course, this death that I'm going to be talking about today comes in episode 5. So it's not a huge spoiler if you just watch the first few episodes. This death really set the tone, I think, for the rest of the series, because it really showed you the kind of anime that it's going to be. It was like a Game of Thrones moment. And I understand this is an anime podcast, so for those that don't watch, Game of Thrones and just exclusively watch anime, you probably won't know what I'm talking about. But where they just kill off main characters just like that. Like episode 5 was that episode where you see the first 5 episodes, they're training with all these people. You develop a relationship with them, character growth with this whole crew. It's Team 34 and the characters. I'm talking Mikasa. I'm talking Eren. I'm talking Armin. Like there's so many amazing characters in this Team 34. And then Eren, he is like, okay, well let's go and kill this Titan. It's our chance. We have to go and do it. And one of their crewmates, Thomas, gets like demolished from this Titan, just out of the like swiped from the freaking sky, basically, and just gets eaten. But like in a way that isn't fast. It just it draws it out, so you feel like this is a character that like I saw grow, and then he's gone like that. Like it's that kind of anime. Like I can't get connected to any freaking character, because any one of them at any point is going to die. Like they just slobber them up in their mouth, and just the Titan just kills them easy. Okay, well, now what? Like, are all of us gonna die? And yeah, every single one of them except for one dies, including the main character. Like that set the tone. Am I wrong? Like that set the whole tone for the entire series.
I get what you mean. To me, that death was very gloomy, but there's something about that scene that pisses me off, man.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
like, I really mean pisses me off is that when someone gets into a Titan's mouth, Hotshot, I'm just gonna use Hotshot as an example here. What does a Titan do when it's in its mouth? When a human is in its mouth? Does it chew it? What does it do?
Swallows whole.
It swallows whole. That's exactly what happens here, which is so dumb because you could just slice open the stomach and still save him, but they're all like looking away from the roof like, nah, bro, you're done. You're goodbye, man. It was nice knowing you. I was like, we've seen Eren in a mouth and you guys go and save him, but what? It's not Eren. It's just Thomas. We don't like people called Thomas. We're just gonna let it get swollen whole and that's it. Like that pissed me off so much. He was such a nice character,
right?
He was so cool.
Okay, well, with Thomas, it was Team 34's first actual time seeing a Titan up close, like in a battle scenario.
I know, but
and getting eaten. So there is that like horrific aspect that, oh my god, we're seeing someone get eaten. And as far as cutting a Titan's stomach open to retrieve a friend, Titans have an insane healing factor. That's why the only weakness is at the back of the neck.
Yeah, that is very
I agree,
true.
but like back of the neck,
and I will say,
and then you open the stomach. You know?
Well, yeah, you can still cut open the stomach, but it can heal as well before you even get the chance to do it. You have to be really quick and efficient.
Hotshot, what I say is back of the nape cut, the Titan's down,
oh, okay.
Open the stomach, you save him.
I didn't hear that part.
Okay,
okay, but what
that's what I'm
about
saying.
The
it was
stomach
savable.
acid?
The stomach acid. No, it's way worse.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that, like, the fact that he wasn't chewed.
Oh. That is my Google Home. I don't know how that happened. I am so sorry.
No stress. Murel, let's do a quick time step on that.
Yep.
Cool, bro.
Stop. Hey, Google.
Maybe
Stop.
maybe not. I think we're going to keep this in, Murel.
Oh my god. Well, it was just talking to me my stomach acid.
No, Murel, remove the timestamp. That's staying in.
You gotta keep that. I'm sorry. That's so
great.
good.
That's so good.
That's amazing.
Oh,
Anyway,
my
Now
God.
featuring a Google.
So
device.
that brings me up to our next sponsor. We're sponsored by Google. No, we're not. We're not.
Stop.
You're going to get us in trouble with somebody, I'm sure.
Yeah, totally.
But there is one character that I grew super attached to, and when they died, I just gave up.
Which was?
Sasha.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
I
didn't
mean,
even get
obviously.
that. You didn't get that far though. You didn't even watch it to that.
No, but I played the games, and the games like take a huge leap into the story.
Right. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Well, on that note, I'm gonna break your heart even more, guys. I'm absolutely breaking your heart with this one. This one sucked. This death was the worst movie experience of my life. Like, I think Future Gohan was not fun, but there's nothing worse than Rengoku's passing in the Demon Slayer Mugen Train movie. To me, this one hurts so much because it's Rengoku versus the upper rank demon, Akaza. And the battle is so even at the beginning, and Rengoku is just shown to be this unbeatable fighter. He's just so fast, he's just so powerful. There's nothing that can be done. He's pulling out all these techniques, all these fire blade moves, and he's really able to keep up with Akaza. But slowly but surely, Akaza gets the better of Rengoku. And it really comes to a point where Rengoku uses his attack where I don't remember what the name is, but it's like the final move before you die. He charges him, and he's able, and we just see this big fire explosion, and Tanjiro is looking back, and we're all like, oh my god, he got him. And next thing you know, Akaza's got his fist right through his stomach. And you're like, no, he had him. We all thought he had him. We're freaking out. But the blade is against Akaza's neck, and Rengoku is slowly slicing through it. Akaza has an insane regenerative ability here, though. That's the big problem. So Akaza tries to pull out, but Rengoku is holding on to his fist with one hand, slicing his neck with the other, and Akaza's other arm is right through his stomach. And Akaza is trying to get out of there because the sun is slowly rising, and we all know what happens with the sunrise with demons. They die. They can't handle sunlight. That's why they always attack at night. And so Akaza's like trying to run away, and then Rengoku's like, you're not going to run away. And there's a quote here that I put in the Google Docs because of how powerful it is. Because Rengoku's a firefighter, literally.
Yeah.
Akaza's saying, I'm not running from you, I'm running from the sun. And Tanjiro yelled this to represent, Rengoku yells this to represent himself. He's like, I am the sun, you know? Like, that's quote. Like, he's got this my guy Rock Lee allure to him where he just is a hard fighter and he just goes intense in battle, man. And he was so close to getting Akaza, so close, but unfortunately Akaza gets the better of him, runs away. We see Tanjiro, everyone's crying, and it's a difficult way to end the movie, but a great battle and scene nonetheless. What are your guys' thoughts? Hotshot, I'm gonna go over to you because you actually watched this.
Yeah, I have. So funny enough, Mugen Train came out when I was still working at the theater, and it's what inspired me to actually catch up on Demon Slayer in the first place. Mm-hmm. The fight was awesome. Rengoku is awesome. The movie was awesome. But to me, it didn't really impact me as hard as everybody else, mainly because the only time that we ever saw the Hashira was like at the very end of the first season, or mostly the end of it. And we only saw Rengoku really through the movie. So I didn't really get that attached to him. But like, don't get me wrong, it was a brutal fight and a brutal death. And I'm like, damn, he died. And that's really all I got as far as emotion goes.
Right.
Like, yeah, it was brutal on all things in and out, but the more brutal fight to me was Tanjiro Nosuke versus the train demon. And then this one came in to finish off the fight.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Oh, dude, what a movie that movie.
So intense. Can I just say, like,
so intense.
When you're saying how like that fist was through his stomach and he's still trying to like kill this guy, for some reason it reminded me of Sword Art Online when he's fighting against Heathcliff. Heathcliff, my goodness. And like he stabbed through Kirito, and he's still alive, and he's still like going through, like pushing the sword in deeper so he can like, kill Heathcliff. So I had that moment stuck in my head when you were telling me this moment.
I was just going to say it reminded me of Ace from One Piece.
There's a lot of moments similar, but they all do such a good job at showing the strength and determination of that character dying in that moment, because he has such a strong innate strength to kill this guy, and nothing will stop him, including his own death.
Why is it always firefighters that have arms shoved through their torsos? Why?
Oh, God.
I mean, you can't argue against that.
That's another discussion entirely. My goodness.
All right, we're going to have Eli back, and it's going to be fire deaths 4.0.
You either die in fire or hand through chest. There's no other way to die.
Bro, oh my gosh. All right. Unless you guys have anything else to say, Hotshot, I think you're next, right?
Yeah, I'm next. And funny enough, I have another arm through the chest death.
Of course you do.
I love how that bleeds into each other.
Oh my God, you do! Oh my God, I just saw the Google Docs. No, not this one, Hotshot. Oh no, this one hurts.
This one really hurts. And this one I feel like needs more recognition too, as opposed to like everyone knows like about really big Dragon Ball deaths, like Goku dying or Piccolo dying, and everyone knows like about big Naruto deaths that happen, like Pervy Sage. But when Rin died in one of Kakashi's flashbacks, and it was explained why, it was his best friend that he Chidori'd through the chest to ease her suffering because she was the host of the Three Tails and she couldn't take it anymore because she was afraid of going on another rampage.
Hotshot through the heart.
It was through the heart, which is even worse.
Through the heart, like instant death. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, so she didn't suffer. So it was an instant kill.
Sorry, who did the Chidori? Who delivered that?
Kakashi.
Of course. No.
So this was after Obito had been killed on the in the Great Ninja War mission, or quote unquote killed, I should say, and Rin had been kidnapped and been forcefully made the Jinchuriki to the Three Tails. And at some point or another, she went on a rampage and was living with this beast inside of her for years, and just couldn't help but think about what she had done. And she asked Kakashi to kill her out of mercy because she was too afraid of the power inside of her. And to make it even worse, Kakashi very hesitantly agreed because obviously Rin was his best friend, the only thing he had left of his past and everything like this. So he was killing his best friend, which unlocked his Sharingan, or his Mangenki, or his another tier in the Sharingan, I should say. But Obito also saw this moment because he was already recovered by Madara at this time. And he saw Kakashi and Rin was about to go out to greet him, and then just saw Kakashi kill Rin.
Oh my God, dude. I want to cry.
There is a lot that happens in this death.
This one is...
one's brutal.
I hate this. This is the part of the Anime Deaths podcast where I'm just like, why did we do this topic?
Every time.
Every time we get to this point.
It's another arm through the chest death.
It really is.
Guys,
there's a lot of anime that die in this way.
Let me lighten the mood with a joke. What's the fastest way to a girl's heart?
Stop.
Chidori.
Stop.
Chidori.
Stop. That's not allowed, man. That's too soon.
It's just the fact that this death in particular does everything for everyone involved. For Kakashi, it kills his past and unlocks another tier in the Sharingan. For Rin, it kills her and frees the three-tailed beast. For Obito, it cements his way in following Madara to destroy the Hidden Leaf Village. There's a lot that gets set up by this one moment.
Yeah. The thing I do want to say though is that like this is like Rin's decision to tell Kakashi to do this is like
this is Rin. This isn't a murder. This is Rin's assisted suicide.
No, I know, but it's what I'm trying to say is that it's like loyalty to the Leaf Village, man. Like to full pedal to the metal on this one. It's such a intense moment, and it's one of those when we flash back to it in Shippuden. I remember this. We were like in the middle of the whole Obito thing, and this comes up, and I'm just like, oh.
Well, I haven't seen Naruto Shippuden more than like a few episodes myself. But I know these characters that you're talking about. I don't know Rin myself, but I know Kakashi, and I know that like how much heart he has, and to just like rip through somebody else's. It's like, how dare you?
Picture Team 7, Eli, but picture Sasuke using Chidori on Sakura.
Yeah, that's the perfect comparison.
Like imagine first gen Team 7 Sasuke killing Sakura.
My heart. Oh God, oh no.
Yeah, it's about that.
Yeah, it sucks. It's not fun. Like, can we move on? Who's next?
Can we?
All right,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Murel, go ahead,
All
buddy.
right,
Like,
well-
I know you're not gonna line up the mood, but like anything is better than this right now. Man.
Following the through the chest theme that we have,
yes.
it's Krillin. He has died so many times in Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super.
Now, are
and
we talking about his death when there's a hand through his chest, or
we could talk about all of his deaths, or just the one simple one where he goes up against Frieza.
Oh my gosh.
Because he just gets
I
a
mean-
laser through his chest like no tomorrow.
With Frieza?
Yeah. Remember, he got lasered.
No, that was
Yeah.
Piccolo.
That's Piccolo who gets lasered.
No.
He gets lifted up in the air.
Krillin gets
and
blown
then-
up.
Oh
he gets
yeah,
blown up.
blown up.
doesn't he get laser through like the shoulder and then blown up? Or am I thinking
I don't
somebody
think
else?
so.
I
You're
think
thinking
it's
of somebody
no.
else.
someone else.
Yeah,
else.
it's somebody else.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
been so long.
But
Let's
yeah,
go
like
with the
it's just
Frieza one.
like he is the most unfortunate human in the whole series.
I mean, Yamcha's pretty unfortunate if you ask me. 'cause
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
but
I would.
but here's the thing: Krillin keeps on getting in a lot of fights with a lot of people who are more powerful than he is, and he did have like a little arc at the very end of like one of the seasons, right, where it was like both him and Goku, and like he had like a pretty good arc there. But that's all that we've seen of like one more potential he could do.
Right. I hear you, man. But like
going back to the
also,
deaths
though,
and everything else,
Yeah, but one sec. All I want to say though is that versus getting killed by a Cyberman and then having your girl get stolen by Vegeta.
The reason
I
you
don't
died
know.
in the first place.
Yeah,
True.
I think I'm just saying. I want to plead the fifth on that one, I guess. But like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyways, carry on,
But
Mira, please.
Yeah, like he just dies a lot, and it's all sad because he just wants to be there with his friend and fight to the bitter end, and he keeps on just being brought back because, well, one, Goku really wants him back for some reason,
Because
right?
he's his most loyal friend.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, of
Krill's his
course.
best friend.
True, but like still, like Krillin is pretty weak.
Not after he marries 18.
Well,
Yeah,
I
but
mean-
I don't think it matters for Goku because like power is not something that he cares for others. He just wants more for himself so he can protect others. Like that's basically the same
Yeah.
way. But
Yeah.
it's his best friend. You know, like all in Dragon Ball, like the original series. Like you see them both grow at the same rate. Yeah, of course, Goku is a little bit stronger, of course, because Saiyan blood, but they're best friends, and so of course, like I'm gonna use the Dragon Ball wish to bring him back. Of course, I will. Like he's my best friend.
I will say,
True.
and hear me out here, it's good that Krillin died on Namek because that's
The
what
Super
unlocked Goku Super Saiyan.
yes,
Yeah,
I'm with you on
I
that
agree,
one.
and I
I'm
think
with you.
Krillin would agree there. Like I don't mind taking that sacrifice kind of thing. Like you know.
Krillin would agree.
Well, absolutely. I mean, like, my
here's-
best friend got stronger. Like, without him getting stronger, like, the whole world would have exploded by now, basically,
He's
you know?
just was like
I
King
unlocked
Yama
it.
up there. He's like, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think that Frieza.
Yeah, I'll take the L.
Yo.
So there's a
I
simu-
remember. Wait. I remember a TFS scene where he's like getting risen up, and he just goes, "Hey guys, what do you guys think of my Chelsea impression? Goodbye, Mr. T." And he just blows up, and I died. It was one of my favorite things ever.
So I mean, there is a similarity between Krillin's death for Goku and Gohan's death for Trunks in that you can hear their final scream as they die.
Yeah,
And it just rings in your ears.
really loudly.
oh yeah.
The only difference is Goku actually seeing Krillin's death.
Right. No, I know what you mean. It's a whole thing with the Dragon Ball deaths. Like yells are gonna be abound.
God,
And,
now I kind of want to replay Kakarot.
Oh, dude, I'm down. We can replay. Oh, we can only do the card game. Anyway, sorry.
Kakarot's a single player game, my guy.
I know. I just like gaming with you. I'm sorry. I'm gonna yell now.
Ah.
I do also
Exactly.
want to add on to this Krillin discussion here because
Yeah.
I think Murel got it right because Krillin, that death really moved the series forward. Like it was a very like iconic moment in the series. Yeah, like if you picture any death in Dragon Ball that is iconic, exploding from Frieza, like how brutal is that? Like he must have gone through so much pain for that. And like
Yeah,
of
of
course,
course
like it wasn't as realistic because it's a kind of family friendly anime to a point. Of course, there's no blood in that way. but like Guts and stuff should have been flying. We know this, right? Guts should have flown all on Gohan, but obviously didn't. So
I can name one death more iconic than blowing up from Frieza.
I mean, Yamcha, obviously.
Yeah,
I think
blowing
that's clear.
up from Cybermen.
It was so iconic. They did it twice.
They just did it bigger and better the second time.
Yeah.
Oh my!
I think that whole episode was just for that meme.
Just for Yamcha.
Yeah. Anyway,
this is the most that you're going to get out of this entire series, my guy.
Sorry, Yamcha. We love you, but yeah, I'm not going to use you.
You're better as a bandit.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Oh, wow.
And with that, I think it's on you. Ready, Elie?
I believe so. Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. So I'm going to use my third one for the honorable mention. So I'll keep that because there's not much of a discussion there. It's more just like heartbreaking. This one is Pokemon the movie, I Choose You. I don't know if you guys watched it. I personally didn't. I was excited to see it and I wanted to see it, but then I saw this clip circulating online and it really deterred me away from watching this movie. If anyone has seen the Pokemon the first movie, you'll know what I mean. Ash Ketchum dies from all these Pokemon like attacking him in the middle of an arena when original Pokemon was fighting against their own clones, and he runs into the middle telling everybody to stop it, and all of them attack, and boom, he turns to stone and he dies. Now this one for Pokemon the movie I Choose You, it's basically like a new rendition of that kind of thing, and he gets attacked by Pokemon when he's trying to protect Pikachu. But when Ash is dying, as sad of a moment it is, and like in the first movie, it was so sad. I cried as a kid. It was nice and it was sentimental. This one, it turned me off completely. And we could have a conversation about other deaths like this. But Pikachu, a Pokemon that isn't Meowth, spoke while Ash was dying. In English, Japanese, whatever it was that you watched it in, they spoke. It's like that is as cute as it was. Like, absolutely, his voice is exactly the way that I would have imagined it to be. But you don't do that in an anime. Like, let Pikachu have that crying like Pika when like you don't have to like know exactly what he's saying. You can interpret it yourself as if like he's so heartbroken and he doesn't know what to say. Whatever it might be, you don't have to put in words in Pikachu's mouth. It's like
because that's what you do for any other Ash Ketchum death. You hear Pikachu crying, saying his name.
That's pretty much it. Like, you don't it's just so, it turned me off from the movie so much because it just ruined my childhood. You know what I mean?
I honestly completely get it. Like, if I saw that Ash died, like even today, I'd probably still feel it. Hell, I still feel it every time I watch Mewtwo Strikes Back.
Yeah.
But if I hear Pikachu or Squirtle or like any Pokemon that hasn't talked in the past just randomly start talking, then I'm gonna lose my shit.
Yeah.
Like in Detective Pikachu, it's explained why Pikachu can speak. No one else can understand him.
Yes.
And Meowth, he goes through like a whole backstory about why he's able to talk. So if you just randomly decide, and at the moment of his trainer's death, Pikachu just goes, Ash, like, no. It's
not okay.
No. You do not fuck my childhood like this.
Literally, it's so bad. It really turned me off from watching that movie, and it just like ruined that moment completely. I'm sure there are other deaths where like something happened to ruin how beautiful of a moment it is, because definitely that moment would have been the purest, most beautiful moment in that movie, but then they ruined it with Pikachu speaking.
Right. Like,
that ruins a lot of things.
Breaks.
All right, time to go on to edit it out, and then time to get edited out.
But the thing is, to me, that breaks a wall that shouldn't have been broken. Like, I think it was an attempt to make the moment stand out even more. But I mean, it's the main character's death. Like, it's already standing out just plenty. And I haven't seen the scene myself, but hearing that just it rubs me the wrong way as well. And I understand what you mean. The one thing I do want to say is, like, this is Pokemon, right? So.
Yeah.
Ash comes back, right? Because it's
absolutely,
Pokemon.
obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's 10 years old forever.
I haven't even seen... Yeah, because he died one time, and now he's just has eternal youth because this is his nirvana.
Pretty much.
His Pokemon training.
Oh, my goodness.
No one else around him ages, so...
We gotta go through a conspiracy theory episode.
This is just the timeline where
I'll
just
be
10.
happy to do that.
Because all of those Spearow killed him when he first got Pikachu.
Right.
Man, I would love to have a conversation about that.
Yeah, that's
dude.
that's a whole thing. Eli, I'd love to have you back on that, but that's a whole other topic.
Yeah. Should we move to honorable mentions now? I feel like this kind of I said everything I had to say about this. Anyone else?
Yeah, I did too. So yeah, we'll give honorable mentions and start wrapping up.
All right. Cue the music, everyone. Honorable mentions. Dun 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 dun. No, okay.
Sponsored by.
Sample that. No,
Sponsored by Gillette.
Oh my gosh. Okay, my honorable mention. Nagato 6 Paths of Pain versus Jiraiya. They severed his arm, crushed his throat, impale him multiple times in the back, and then he just goes down in the water thinking of Naruto, and it's super hard. And I mean, I don't want to go any deeper because it's just an honorable mention, but for me, Jiraiya's death, like, for sure.
Yeah, it's still probably the Naruto death that's hit me the hardest. And I think that was one of my picks for the first death episode we did with you, Eli.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think it was. And it's always great to just bring back that for an honorable mention because of how like iconic that death was, you know?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And so my honorable mention, I'm pretty sure is one that I talked about in another episode too.
This
it's
one hurts?
Wolfwood from Trigon.
Ugh.
And he hunts down his master who has been hunting him down at the same time. The two of them have a old Western style shootout in the middle of town, like a huge ass alleyway, until they're both filled with lead and they both drop down dead on the ground. And it fucked with me so much because Wolfwood is my favorite character in Trigun, and I'm only bringing it up again now because we just got a reboot announcement for Trigun Stampede coming out later in the year.
I'm so excited for that. So excited for that.
Ugh.
So I felt like I at least need to drop that because
Definitely.
it's
to
just
advertise
an
it because we
are.
are sponsored. But
Okay. The first time was funny. Second time,
you gotta dig it in.
Third time, I kind of annoyed. Fourth time, I'm like, what? Why? Why are we here? Just to suffer.
We're sponsored by Jaian Music, if you must know.
That's it. That's it. All that to lead to this.
We are sponsored by Anchor, and Anchor is a great podcasting service.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Anchor.
Thank you,
Anchor. All right.
Yes.
What's your honorable mention, Eli?
All right. So it is going back to Attack on Titan. I was trying to catch up for a little bit now, and this moment really got me. I'm not going to stick too hard on it because it's just an honorable mention, of course, but it was really heartbreaking. Near the end, they're trying to pass the Jaegerites and cross the sea, and in order to actually get past the Jaegerites, they come across their best friends, like from training, like all those years ago. Daz and Samuel, and they're guarding that boat that they need, and they have all these explosives on there, and they tell them to take it off, and like, come on, like we're on your team, of course, and then of course they got had, like the cat's out of the bag, and like we're actually not with you, and they have to kill their best friends, and you could see it in all four of their eyes, just like I don't want to do it. You're my best friend, yet I'm gonna have to, and like, they're crying and begging each other, like, you're my best friend, I don't want to do it, and it's just the most heartbreaking thing,
man. And it's Connie who pulls the trigger. Connie's the nicest one,
right? It really killed me. It really killed me.
I know, but it's the fact that they wanted to blow up the ship.
Yeah, stop. Oh God.
But yeah, traitor, edit, all that stuff. Like it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
And Murel?
Yeah, my honorable mention is just Jolie Wheeler from Yu-Gi-Oh! When he died after his like duel with what was her name, Merrick, I think.
Yeah.
Did he die to Merrick?
Yeah, he did.
No, died from energy loss during his duel with Yami Merrick. What? I didn't know this. But he comes back, right?
Well, yeah. Well, there's a whole show to do.
Yeah, I'm just it's some. Okay, I hate you guys. That was so good, though.
It's an anime. They obviously have to bring him back. So
okay, yeah, that's the one where he summons that one monster, and then he's like unable to say attack, and then he just like collapses, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, good honorable mention for sure.
Just because he's like one of my favorites from the Yu-Gi-Oh universe. Again, he's just one of the friends of the main characters who's also very weak because of his deck. So
of course,
of
course,
definitely. Joey would definitely be like a really good player, I find, because like he was even training Yugi, you know, like
in the start,
he knows a lot about the game. Like if he had good cards, I feel like he would have used them very well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, there was one episode, if I remember right, there was one episode where he actually used Yugi's deck in one.
Oh, that's right, he did, didn't he? Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Now you're bringing back memories. That was a good anime.
The nostalgia, bro. The nostalgia.
Yeah. Oh, we love it.
All right. So to list off all of our picks, we had Rengoku from Demon Slayer, Future Gohan from DBZ, Jiraiya from the Shippuden, Rin from Shippuden, Hugo from Elita Battle Angel, Wolfwood from Trigon, Ash Ketchum from Pokemon the Movie I Choose You, Thomas from Attack on Titan, Daz and Samuel from Attack on Titan, Bisho from Chivalry of a Failed Knight, Krillin from Dragon Ball Z, and, like we just said, Joey Wheeler from Yu-Gi-Oh! And Joey does come back, so don't worry about it, guys. Okay, so the artwork for Anime Podcasters is provided by GoProKyo. Please give him a follow on Twitter at GoProKyo. He's available for commissions. All of his art, his portfolio, everything is on his website. Everything is linked in the description. You can follow the podcast at Anime Podcasters on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and subscribe to the YouTube channel or on your favorite podcatcher over on anchor.fm/Anime Podcasters. Hotshot, where can people find you?
You guys can find me right here on Jaian Music's YouTube channel and Spotify, wherever you're listening to podcasts, really. You guys can also find me over on my channel, Hotshot Ginger on YouTube, where I know I'm taking a hiatus. I know I keep saying I'll be back. My word means nothing, but I'll be back with the sister podcast to this, PonsuCast with GoProKyo, and I will eventually be making my way back over to Twitch and play games with you guys and just hanging out with you. I actually have started doing collaborations with Yuki. You guys remember her from way back when. She has her own YouTube or her own Twitch channel now, so she and I sometimes hop on Pokemon games and other games, and it's a lot of fun. So you guys can find me pretty much anywhere.
Perfect. Murel, where can people find you?
People can find me on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, basically anywhere. My links are in the description below. Also, well, of course, Reddit, because why not?
Yeah, Reddit's the fun one. And Elie, where can people find you online?
I am going to be making a brand new YouTube channel very shortly. This one is mostly just going to be shorts. I don't have a name for it yet. When I do, you'll find it with my name, just Elie. It's spelled E-L-I-E. So yeah, well, when it is, I'll send it to Jaian and just put it in the comments there or description. But yeah, there you go. Thanks so much, guys, for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course, it's a pleasure.
You're
to have
always
you
a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, it's always fun and plenty more episodes with you to come. 4.0, I'm calling it.
Yes,
all right.
Can't wait.
For myself,
4.0, characters that do come back.
Yes.
Joey Wheeler being one of them.
Yes.
Yes.
We just start over our list.
All right, let's start the new podcast. Here we go, guys. Thanks for coming. I'm so glad to have you back.
Okay, in all seriousness, you can find me on YouTube on youtube.com/Jaian Music. You can find my Spotify, which is on its way to almost 2 million streams as we're listening to this. Let's close in on that number.
Woo.
Jaian Music over on Spotify. My website is jaianmusic.com. You can hire me for freelance audio services, and you can follow me on social media at Jaian Music. So for myself, Elie, Murel, and Hotshot, this has been another episode of
Our show.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Anime podcasters. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye.